What is poppin', y'all? We are here with the first interview of the night. I'm here with the birthday queen herself, Halisi. I'm here with Rick as well. We are here.
Boss.
Yes, sir. Our Black Utopia. I'm very excited to interview these guys. They've been very important in Portugal to everybody. So let's first off, happy birthday. How you feeling today?
Thank you. This is what 60 looks like, y'all.
Yeah. Oh, she young. I thought 42 or something. You know.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. See, you see how he does?
Yeah.
He's trying to suit me up. He's trying to suit me up. He didn't know I wasn't a buster.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby.
So let's first start for you guys. Question: what made you guys want to move to Portugal?
It was his decision because I was taking Spanish.
Okay.
Don't come with me with no Portuguese nonsense.
Okay.
I can't lie. You know, I kind of was researching because we were looking at Spain. We were looking at Barcelona.
Yep.
I fell in love with the place. It's a beautiful place.
Yep.
And I said, Barcelona might be a little costly. So I said, what about Portugal? It's right next door. Looked into Portugal. I said, and you know how ignorant I was. I said, are there black people in Portugal? I didn't know.
I know.
So when I typed it in, of course, Christine and Armand came up.
Okay. Our journey. Yes, sir.
So I was like, and I started checking them out, and they're doing their thing and they're talking. I was like, baby, you need to check this young couple out. They doing it up in Portugal, and she wasn't interested.
Okay.
I was like, don't talk to me about the people who started the slave trade.
Yep.
That's what they were here. But then I think they broke through to her, and she started understanding.
You broke through.
Well, okay, me too.
Hey, they so in sync.
And it was, we joined their 365.
Yep.
No, even before that. So, first of all, I wasn't interested in any of that money stuff because I pay my bills on time.
Yeah, minimum. But
Right? My bills are paid. My credit score is... Yeah,
okay.
I didn't have a clue.
Okay.
I was only interested in their Portugal-related content.
Got it.
That's it. And it took at least a month and a half to 2 months for him to convince me to even watch one because we're not moving to Portugal. We're moving to a Spanish-speaking country. But then I did a Google walk. You know how you can walk around Google Earth, right?
Google Earth.
And I could read the signs. I was like, then I can continue taking Spanish and this will help.
Yeah.
Right? And so I was like, all right, we can consider it.
Yep. Shout out Rick.
I did something right.
Yeah.
And so, all right, so I'm going to check this family out. And it's like, money. Okay, Portugal. Money. Portugal.
Yeah.
And then my stepmother said, so Halisi, are you investing outside the 401k? And I was like, I pay my bills on time. and then it came back to me, the videos, the little pieces that I would allow to come through before I stopped the videos of our journey. And I was like, well, I know about some index funds and stuff. I know about that, right? And so she started coaching me, and then I started watching their money videos.
Okay.
And then we did their masterclass, sweetheart. We did their masterclass. And we thought we were not going to be able to move here until 2025, 2026. So when we took
now? Oh, excuse me. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So we took their masterclass at the very beginning of the pandemic, and we thought that we were not going to be able to move to like 2025, 2026.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And you guys made it.
And well, things look crazier and crazier as time went along. You had the pandemic and everything else, and I was like, you know what? I do not want to be here in 2024.
Yep.
Because ain't no telling what the hell going to go on.
And that is coming up.
and it's still coming up, but I
thought you meant 2022.
I didn't want to be here for the election of 2024.
You should have told me that. See, I was rushing for 2022 midterm election.
That was good enough. That was good enough.
Yeah. So that's amazing. So you guys have been here how long now?
So we had our scouting trip June 4th, 2022. And we were here for a month.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
long trip.
Yeah. Then we got our Mexican residency
Okay.
Yeah.
in July 2022.
Yeah.
Then we had our immigration appointment with the consulate of Portugal in August 2022.
Okay.
And then we packed and came back in September.
Wow. Oh, y'all were not playing.
No.
Okay.
No.
When you make a decision, you've got to do
deal.
it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, when you step out on faith, but you've got to have a plan.
Yeah.
You got to have your money straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But there's always the unknown.
Yes.
And unless you've got $1 billion, you never feel like you, especially as an American, you necessarily have enough, right? And so I looked at the numbers. The math was mathing, right? And so we made the decision, and the rest has been faith, because we had 2 years living expenses saved, but anything could have happened.
Anything. In a new country, you just don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But here we are still with 2 years emergency fund still there.
Right.
Because
right.
Hey,
Yeah.
God is good.
Yeah, that's
all
amazing.
the time.
That's amazing. So next question, right? What would you guys? So you guys have been here about 2 years now. What would you say? What has Portugal done for you guys as a human being?
Just you never really know how much America has, as my wife always say, effed you up until you leave it, until you go to a place where you're not worrying about the police, you're not worrying about coming up dead, on a traffic stop or walking while being black, and police looking at you crazy or coming at you.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. So all that pent up frustration and anger and stuff just kind of dissipates from you.
Wow.
Because you don't see it on a day-to-day basis. You don't have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis. So, I mean, it's better for your health, because we suffer so much stress in America.
And don't even realize it.
And don't realize it. Don't realize it.
Wow, that is that.
Yeah.
That is.
It's like, oh my God. The first time we came here and first time I went to a grocery store, Alshon. Walked in the grocery store, and we're walking out because we just left Pingo Dos.
Yeah.
Right.
Got bags in our hands.
Grocery
and
bags.
We're standing outside the store because, my thought is, I'll wait here for you because I don't want to walk in the store because I don't want anybody looking at me crazy, like, carrying bags in the store.
Yeah.
It's that American thing.
Yeah, it's different.
And she's looking at me saying, most people are walking and they have bags and they're going from store to store, in and out. Bring your butt in the store. And I did that, but it was still I was apprehensive because it's like, I don't want to be even having somebody think that I'm stealing something.
Yeah.
And it's not like that at all. So you have to get rid of those isms. Those Americanisms that, I just expect people to look at me like I'm going to do something wrong.
Yeah.
Born suspect.
Yes.
Wow. That's powerful. So, whoo, wow. Man, go ahead.
I was just going to say, everything that he said, because it's not, in America, anyone with brown skin is born suspect. That's our lot if we remain in America. But I think the biggest thing, and I don't know if this is Portugal or just doing the thing of leaving your home country.
Okay.
Which is a very brave thing to do. It's one thing when you're forced because you feel impending danger, like there's a civil war going on or something like that.
Yep.
Now, one could say that is happening in America, but whatever. There was impending danger because we're black.
Yeah.
But not impending danger like somebody is about to invade the country.
Yeah.
So it's a choice. It's very much a choice. And to make that choice takes courage. And you never know, number one, what you're made of until you take a choice that is so far outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And realize that even though, my planning wasn't perfect, I messed some stuff up, but we were able to figure it out. And make it work. And so I see the world differently now and I see myself in that world differently now. The one thing that I love that I have been able to give up is that competitiveness with other people who look like me.
Yes.
Right? Because in America, they pit us against each other, and we allow it subconsciously and sometimes consciously.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you are inundated and when those messages are ubiquitous,
Yeah.
you don't even know. Like, you've been born and raised into that system, into
Yeah.
the system that only one person can make it. And they pull out Oprah and people like that.
Yep.
But if there's an
Yep.
exception to the rule, that means that there's a problem. If there's an exception to the rule, that means that there's a problem.
Yeah.
Right? And so we know that there's a problem, but then they try to gaslight us. So you make the big decision to move, and I totally see myself differently in the world and how I move through the world, and especially how I move through the world vis-a-vis people who look like me.
That
And
is
so-
wow. So our Black Utopia, you guys are doing it. You guys are doing it well. What made you guys want to start our Black Utopia, and how do you feel that it has impacted the life of others? Because it has. I'm gonna just tell y'all that right now. So, 2 questions for you guys.
Am I answering it, sweetheart? What are we doing?
Go for it.
So the initial plan for our retirement was to because we met because of video production.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I didn't know
that's how
that.
we came together as friends.
Okay.
And we worked together as friends for a few years. I knew he wanted me, but you know.
It was your genes.
But anyway, what had happened was, so our initial plan was to retire and buy an RV and travel around the United States,
Okay.
making documentaries.
Okay.
And so it was, and so documentaries are to be of service, right?
Yep.
Because it is what it is. And my son had been telling us about YouTube, but he could not explain a lot of things, so I had to do my own Googles. But but in any event, and so traveling around in Winnebago turned into doing video on YouTube and
Okay.
traveling around the world
Ah,
as
got
opposed to
it.
the United States,
Got
right?
it. Better option.
Definitely a better option. And the one thing that we realized is we looked around at once we figured out the money thing, and it didn't take us long. Once we figured that out, I looked at my friends and I'm like, okay, why don't everybody know about this?
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
all of my loved ones, all of my girls,
Yeah.
right, to do this thing.
Yeah.
Like to
Yeah.
stop working so hard and being so stressed out, right?
Because it's
and,
not
and their
difficult.
husbands
It's not
too.
It's
Yep.
not difficult at all.
And so when we started our Black Utopia, it was for 2 sets of friends,
Yes.
2 couples.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Yep. And we wanted. It was like, okay, you know what? This is what this reparations thing is all about.
Yeah.
Like, we got access.
Yeah.
They don't want to tell us about.
Yep.
What this investing thing, because when we were your age, you had to walk in with 20,000
Oh, yeah.
and a
Minimum.
recommendation. Like, you couldn't. There was no push a button.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
It was like you couldn't get in that club.
Yes.
It was like a club, and
You-
you couldn't get in unless you had $25,000.
Or you had to,
Oh, man, I'm
you
blessed.
had to do, right? Yes, you are very blessed. Or you had to do an investment club.
Okay.
Right. Okay. But otherwise, it wasn't like it is today. So once we figured that out, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Hold on.
Wait. You mean all I got to do is this, and then invest, and then.
Boom. Yep.
So we started our YouTube channel because we wanted every person, first of all, who looks like us,
Yeah.
to be able to figure out this money thing, because money and having your finances straight, that's freedom.
Yes.
That's freedom, that's choices.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we need it.
Yep.
We need it. Everything else is a derivative of that. You want better education, money pays for that. You want
Yep.
better health care, money pays for that.
Yep.
You want less stress, money pays for that.
100%.
Yeah.
Right? it all comes down to the money. And the thing about it is, no matter what they do, all you have to do is spend less than you make and invest it. And no one can stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
No one can stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
Vote right.
And then on top of that, what we try to do is give older people
Yep.
who forgot to, save and invest and stuff like that, to let them know it's not too late. Because a lot of people, number one, they don't know that it's even possible to be able to do that, to even go to a foreign country, to live in a foreign country and live a better life.
Way better.
They don't realize that because it's never been brought to them before. So they, a lot of times we'll get people to say, oh my God, you showed us that there's a way.
Yeah. Exposure causes expansion.
Yes.
Ooh, I love that.
And
I love that.
It's a way of thinking, and you have to get yourself around people that are like-minded and trying to move in that same direction.
And to move forward.
Move forward.
Yeah.
I always hang out with people who are smarter than me.
100%.
That's why I hang out with this young man.
That's why it's me with me.
Because if I had this intelligence at this age, I would be Kamala.
Yeah. Running for president.
Right? But I wasn't that wise. I was not that wise, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but you know when you know.
Yeah.
Right? You know when you know.
There you go.
Game recognizes game.
Yeah. So, last question to piggyback off that. How do you feel it has helped others that have been following your channel? We met people here today that have moved because of your channel. And how has that made you guys feel?
It's humbling.
It's very humbling.
Because, do your Googles, babies. Do your research.
Yep. Do your homework.
Because on the one hand, we had others who inspired us.
Yep.
And if we could be an inspiration, then that's our give back. People are like, are you trying to escape? Are you trying to, I'm trying to help my community get free.
Yeah.
That's not escapism.
Yeah.
Right? And so I at the same time, I feel a great responsibility to make sure that I'm doing my research so that I'm not bringing false information.
Yeah.
And, I really am surprised. I'm still surprised. I have to be honest. I'm really still surprised when I hear people say things like that.
Yeah.
And it's
That's a. I gotta give you.
It's truly humbling.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, there you have it. Our Black Utopia, Ric and Halisi. We are here for Halisi's 60th. I told y'all she looked 42 now. She looked 42. You're on the LaBoss Show. Stay tuned to the next one. We out.
you're a natural.